Hey guys, Steven Stratford here, and I am beyond belief right now. Nobody's naming names about this is in regards to the DSDomination termination thing that's going on right now. It's going on for weeks or a week or whatever. So nobody's saying anything. Like, everybody's like doing this passive aggressive thing. Nobody's naming names. Though now I'm getting flamed. Well, until I had to block him. I just had to block Sean Agnew. I don't even know how to say his last name, but I just had to block him because he was posting, like, he messaged me, insulted me over a comment that I made, which I'll get into, and then blocked me so I couldn't respond. So then I grabbed the screenshot of what he sent me, which was totally classless, and then I guess he unblocks me or whatever, and starts arguing with me about what I posted, even though his post was nonsensical. He was linking to an article that was irrelevant to what was going on, and then he just continued to blow up my Facebook page. Because that's what adults do. That's what adults do. So here's what happened. Here's what's going on. There is a DSDomination, okay? If you know what this is, if you don't know what this is, then just avoid DSDominations. It's DSDomination. But if you do, here's what happened. There is a guy, his name is Reginald Stinson. He was one of the top 10 performers in DSDomination pretty much for a year and a half. Just top 10 straight year and a half, like in between. He was really the top 3 continuously. If he wasn't the number 1, he was number 2 or number 3 for a year. That's what this dude did. Now, that's good for him, but it's also very good for the company, because his top performance means that he's signing up more people for the company that pay lots of money. Now Reginald didn't stop there. See, all these top performers, they have their own little groups, and they do things in these groups. Now, I've been getting a lot of complaints from a lot of people, not to me, but from these groups, all of them, including Reginald's, where people will recruit, but then they won't support. So they'll bring you in and have you pay money for the privilege of having them say, I can't help you, I don't have time, go talk to customer support or technical support or whatever. And so none of these people are really supporting their people. I might go as far as to say even Reginald to a large degree, okay? Nobody's perfect in this situation. However, Reginald has been 100% loyal to this company for a year and a half at least. That's as long as I've been following. To the point where he's like, stay away from me with anything else. I don't want to be pitched anything else. I don't want to follow anything else. I am DSDomination all the way. So the only time that he ever broke away from DSDomination, he really didn't even do that, was there's this binary options thing going around. And this is long before options domination, long before DSDomination was doing binaries. Reginald, there was this group called the Green Room, and it started, and when it was like 50 people, it is now there's thousands, but when there was like 50 people, it was brand new. I got involved with it. I left that group because I frankly don't think it has its stuff together. Meanwhile, Reginald got in the group and he got interested in this binary options thing. And so he started exploring it to see like what it's all about. And in doing so, in this way, he's very much a businessman. I understand this mentality. You get obsessed with something until you can turn it into money. And so that's what he did. And he ended up building his own little indicator system for this option stuff. And there was even a point where Hitesh, who is one of the leaders of DSDomination, said that while Reginald Stinson's options thing was not bad, while it wasn't DSDomination's option thing, they were two completely different things, they stood by Reginald Stinson's product. They endorsed it. I remember this. He went in public and he made this official statement saying it's not the same thing, but Reginald's a great guy and this is a great product and we stand by it. So that is the only time that Reginald ever cross-promoted anything. Outside of that, what Reginald did do was he provided tools for his members of his group to improve their business. This included free capture pages, it included autoresponders, pre-typed emails for them, all sorts of stuff. Now, when I was drinking the Kool-Aid of this MLM, I enjoyed these tools. I used them a lot. Now, I didn't make a lot of money because I'm not a great MLMer. So eventually I noticed that most people making money on DSDomination, they're not really making money on the product, they're making money selling the product. That's the people on the top. They're not even using it, okay? So I got out because I was like, this is not for me, and I found a better way to make money on Amazon. Because I bought a $1,000 program from DSDomination, which is now $1,500, now $1,500, and it didn't teach anything that I needed to know about Amazon. I had to go and then learn several other things about the industry. So from there I was like, I don't need to be paying a membership for DSDomination. So I stopped, I pulled out. After I stopped, I was like, if I'm not going to pay for DSDomination, I'm basically not supporting the Unit of Prosperity, which is Reginald Stinson's group. So I withdrew from that. So I was not using any of these products, and I still am not using the products. However, I'm still a member of that page. Like, I see people posting whatever they're posting about questions and some such nonsense. And from that, it has continuously been, even when I'm not there, it has continuously been about DSDomination. Until one day, when Reginald Stinson had to go into the hospital for surgery, and DSDomination held this corporate webinar, and they proceeded to trash him on the webinar. And the very next day, they fired him, without rhyme or reason. So everybody's been clueless about, like, why? Why did you fire the top performer, this guy who's been loyal to you forever? And then came the lashings on the posts. Roger started posting about Reginald, not naming his name. Hitesh started posting. All these people started posting. There was even a dude that made a Reginald Stinson Hitler video. Like, all this hate came out about Reginald Stinson, the former top 10 producer of DSDomination, where they accused him of cross-promoting some product. Now, Roger, in his first statement, was saying, oh, he came out and he's selling tea now, so what's the big idea, man? Which I pointed out, dude, he only started selling tea after you fired him. What did you expect him to do? Roll over and die? Is that what you thought? You think that you are the only thing that anybody is allowed to do, and if you knock them down with your golden scepter, by God, they stay there in the ground. Is that what you thought? So then he updated his message. And now it was, it's not he's selling tea now, it's he was cross-promoting some product, which nobody's saying what it was. And then they're saying, and then they hint to the tea, hinting that he was selling tea, I guess. But look, I don't buy the tea. I'm not buying any products from MLMs. He was not promoting the tea. And there was somebody on the post that Roger was on Roger's thing who has now also come out and started attacking me for how dare I voice a differing opinion about the situation, who is saying, oh, the Unit of Prosperity's Facebook page, it's so confusing, I don't know, is it for tea or is it for DSDomination? Which, if this woman were smart and could comprehend, well, not even smart, just comprehend basic English, she would see that the Unit of Prosperity has various groups, like various subgroups of Facebook groups to keep things organized. So there's a UOP DSDomination, there's a UOP Genesis, there's a UOP Unleashed, there's a UOP T, there's a UOP, all this other stuff. And that's what they do. So there's no confusion, you're just stupid. That's just it. So I made a post and I told Rod, I responded to Roger's post. I said, dude, this is lies. You don't have to lie you don't have to bash this guy's character to do whatever it is you're doing. Your followers will follow you regardless. And then I proceeded to explain that this guy was absolutely 100% loyal to you. And Roger's excuse was, well, I was getting letters from people. I was just getting complaints, so I just fired him. And I pointed out that that is entirely what Amazon does to people. All you have to do is file a complaint. If you're a competitor, this happens all the time, and Roger doesn't talk about this in his $1,000, $1,500 education program. You could be selling a product, it could be outselling a competitor, the competitor could get jealous, they can get their friend or family member to write a complaint about you to Amazon, and without any warning, Amazon will just close your account or suspend the listing. And good luck trying to get that lifted. Good luck trying to appeal that. It is a nightmare. Okay, so Reginald pretty much did the exact same thing or Roger pretty much did the exact same thing to Reginald. Who cares if he's a top performer? Who cares if he's one of the top 3? I got some emails. I got a letter in the mail complaining. I don't know who these people are where this is coming from, but we'll just axe him. We'll just forget about it because there's a line of other people willing to throw Reginald under the bus to take his spot as #1, and that's entirely what happened. That's entirely what happened. So I post that, and of course I get attacked, and then Roger bans me. So then I post that, and then this guy, Sean Agnew, who's one of the top top performers in this company and supposedly an adult. Starts bashing me too, but he bashes me in private and then blocks me so I can't respond, so then I, here we go. So that's DSDomination for you. That is that company for you. And nobody's saying it because I guess there's this politics of the MLM business, but that's what's happening. That's that company. Now, if you want to be part of that company, go ahead. The product is okay. Okay? He says he's updating his education, which can only mean that he's bringing it up to date where all of these other education programs have been since for a while. So, if you want to spend a lot of money on old information, be my guest. But understand, this company has no loyalty to you. Their upline has no loyalty to you. And you're going to be left without any help. And then ultimately, even if you're a top performer, you're going to get fired without warning. Possibly when you're in the hospital getting surgery. Because that's how Roger Langille works.